Alrighty, so I've been on this spiritual path for the past 5 or 6 years now, and I kind of just want to talk about something that, one of the first things that, you become alluded to on the path of awakening. And it's the fact that everything that we desire is here and now. Not physically, but energetically and emotionally, it's all here if we choose. And so when we're trying to manifest things outside of us, we're not actually seeking that material object. We're seeking the emotion that is tied to it. And so if we're constantly just trying to seek the external to fill a void, it's just an endless rat wheel of it's going to get you nowhere. Like, yes, you're going to get the things that you wanted, but once you get it, you're just going to go back to the same energetic state that you're in before, which is just a state of fear, a state of lack, feeling as though you don't have enough. And so to feel like you have enough, you're trying to chase these things outside of you to fill that void. And essentially, to be in the here and now and to feel those emotions as if you already have that external thing is how you bring those things in and, not only keep them, but the emotional, energetic state that comes with it. And so it all comes down to the internal work, right? The internal healing, creating shifts from within that allow for essentially to allow, reality has no other option but to, shift and follow to how you are internally. And so a practical way that we can do this, right, is thinking of our external manifestation that we're after, and rather than just chasing after it from the ego and the state of lack and fear, it's like we bring all of our senses into the here and now. What does it feel like to have that thing? What emotions are tied to it? How would the version of myself be thinking if I had these things? Bring all the senses into it, like the smell, the taste, the hearing, the sight. If we bring it all here into the now and feel these things and make that our permanent state of being, then, as I said, reality has no other option but to shift to who you were being and the energetic state that you are emitting out into the universe. I think it's very easy. Since birth, we've been programmed and conditioned to feel as though, we're not enough. And in order to receive love, we have to be a certain way, do certain things. And that conditioning, when led into teenage years and adulthood, we start projecting out onto the world the wounds that were placed upon us, whether it be through just what people have said, what we've seen, just what we think is normal. And then alongside that, our parents weren't perfect. They had their own, traumas and wounds projected onto them, which then they unconsciously projected onto us, which not ideal, but it's what happens, right? And the blessing in all of this is becoming aware of that and being able to, with our conscious awareness that we now have, choosing to break the cycle, awakening to the fact that what we have gone through, may not have been ideal, but it was essential to have us awaken to the fact that it's not normal and that things can be different. And so, I just feel like it's something that, a lot of us, at some point you come to realize this on your journey, right? And by no means am I perfect. I haven't manifested anything extravagant in my external world. I'm still very much on the the experimental side and the I'm a student to life, right? I'm still healing. I'm still facing the resistance that I have within for all of these things that I wish to attain and experience. But nonetheless, like, the awareness is there, and so I'm able to, I guess, share through my current experience, you know, the ways in which that is, I guess, attainable. I think, you know, the mind is such a it's a powerful thing. Like, reality is, everything we experience comes from the mind, right? Thought, our material world is simply thought crystallized in material form. Like, nothing around us didn't come from thought. Obviously, like, nature and stuff, we can debate if that was already there or if we created it too. But that's a topic for another time. But, you know, like a phone, like, someone thought of this thing. Like a pencil, someone thought of it and then materialized it, crystallized it in this physical reality. And so, to me, that's just the clearest indication that our minds are the cog that runs all of this, right? And not our brain, our mind, right? I guess our mind is not separate from consciousness, right? Like, the collective mind is the greater, it's the interconnected web that has us all connected to the same thing. We're all capable of thinking and, you know, creating the same things, but it's like, if you choose to act on the information that you receive, then you could be the one that materializes this thing. And if you know, through the state of this conditioning that I've spoken on, choose to not do it, then that thought essentially would just float in the ether to someone else. They will receive it, and then if, you know, they're willing to do it, they'll do it. And so we're all receiving the same things, essentially. Not entirely. Like, I think obviously individual people have their own specific path that they are walking also, and if you're open and receptive to answering the call from God, then you can have it, essentially. But yeah, anyways, I hope what I've said has made somewhat sense. It could have been mumbo jumboed. I'm learning how to articulate myself and get things across, but regardless, much love to you all, and happy manifesting. Much love.